one should never let the facts get in the way of a good character assassination. And Michelle Donelan was out for character assassination on the Sophie Ridge show. So you can imagine her tottering onto Sophie Ridge. It's like going to the Grand Canyon, and she was then prepared to talk about Natalie Elphicke's poor judgment, but she got waylaid in the uh, waters of the small boats. The there's a There was a joke at the beginning of a play called Another Country by Julian Mitchell, and in the play somebody says, "Well, I've half a mind," and the retort was, "We can all agree on that." And it's it's a phrase which comes to the front of my mind when I'm listening to Michelle Donelan. She hasn't done her thinking, and she hasn't thought through the propaganda and the slogans that she's going to repeat. While she hasn't thought them through, Sophie Ridge clearly has. So she points out quite rightly that Natalie Elphicke had in the past mocked Labour, particularly for its attitude to migration and for what Rishi Sunak now calls its open borders policies. Now she's defected, she must think the Conservative plan is really bad, if the Labour plan is better than what the Conservatives are offering. That's literally what Sophie Ridge said. But Natalie, Michelle Donelan retorts that that Natalie Elphicke has very poor decision making, and we are getting the job done. She says we have stayed the course. We've got the small boats down by 1/3. We've done a deal with Albania. And then she's interrupted by the brilliant Sophie Ridge, who says, no, the small boats are at record high. And she said, no, we got it down by 1/3 last year. And Sophie Ridge points out, no. Currently, we're on a record high, where the small boats, the immigration is at record levels. But I am speaking annually. I am calculating by last year, when we have full records, and we haven't yet finished this year. No, when this year finished, it will be even higher, but by that point, the Conservative Party will be out of office and no longer responsible for defending or commenting on these figures, which then presumably they can attribute to the Labour Party and to Natalie Elphicke. As character assassinations go, this was rather a weak effort. All the intention was there, all the invective was there, but none of the follow through. It's a if you want to do the job in character assassination, you pick your target and you assassinate, rather like Natalie Elphicke assassinated, who was it, Marcus Rushford, the striker, when she said that he should have spent more time on his game and less time meddling around with politics. Marcus Rushford is, it is striker, isn't it? It's not streaker. No, streaker is the streaker is where you take your clothes off. I think I'm so sorry for that. There was when I was a boy, there was a there was a record which was on which hit the hit parade and was being played on the radio all the time. I can remember being in the car with my mother, and this very jaunty song would come out. Oh yes, they call him the Streak, fastest thing on 2 feet. Look, he's making the news. He's just wearing his tennis shoes or something. It was a I forget who wrote the song. It was a very very catchy tune anyway. Don't look Ethel. That was the other one. Don't look Ethel. Yeah. Anyway, Marcus Rushford. So if you want character assassination, go to Natalie Elphicke because she does it so much better, clearly, than what's her name, Michelle Donelan, who is she was at one point, for a very short period of time, she was the Secretary of State for Digital Media, Culture and Sport. So the Marcus Rushford story is quite pertinent. And now she is the Secretary of State for Technology, and she wants to keep our internet and our social media safe.